Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best freaking day ever. Before I get started, guys, please subscribe if you are new here and you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 150,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. What is going on, you guys? Today I wanted to do like an update video on the whole Eugenia Cooney situation. As you guys know, in my previous video, I talked about Eugenia and Shane Dawson's video and Jaclyn Glenn's video on the whole situation. And I really wanted to throw in my 2 cents because if you guys know, a while ago, like 6 months ago, I made those videos on Eugenia Cooney back then, and I'd always been really skeptical. I've been watching Eugenia's case for a while now, and I was always really skeptical on her parents and why they were not getting her any help, and why they were just so okay with watching their daughter die right in front of their very eyes. And I called them out on that. I made those videos, and I was kind of predicting that her parents had a lot to do with this. And a lot of people hated on me for that. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're so stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Her mom is a nice lady. Her family loves her. She loves her family. They're great people." Like, everybody was like attacking me like that. But I just couldn't understand how you could sit there and watch your child die like this. And so, as we all know, Shane's video came out and he kind of talked to Eugenia and about where she's been, what she's been up to, and she's been in recovery and stuff like that. But his video wasn't necessarily true. It was kind of like fabricated and manipulated, and it just wasn't the whole truth. It was a lot of lies, and it was very manipulated to sound like a beautiful, positive story, when in reality it's a lot more dark than that, because Jaclyn Glenn came out with her video titled The Real Truth of the Return of Eugenia Cooney in the video, and she and her friends were very upset with that video, which you saw in my previous video. But Jaclyn came out with another video where she kind of goes into a little more depth on the whole situation regarding her mom and Eugenia's home life and what really goes on and stuff like that. So Jaclyn came out with a video titled Why I Spoke Out About Eugenia, and she explains why she did everything she did, and does she regret it or not, and no, she doesn't. And a lot more people are starting to understand why Jaclyn did it, and they're starting to wake up to what Jaclyn wanted people to wake up to. She's starting to make awareness of what's really going on, and it's for Eugenia's own good. Now, in this video, Jaclyn talks about how she feels like Eugenia needs to get away from her mom. She needs to get away from her parents' house and be free from them, because they are not a healthy environment for Eugenia to live in. They're not healthy people to be around, because they're enabling and stuff like that.
My reason behind both are the same. I care about a person, a friend of mine, who I feel is extremely unsafe, who I feel is currently very unsafe.
Now, I'm thinking Eugenia saw these videos because she posted a tweet on Twitter and she didn't sound so happy about it. Eugenia said, "There's a lot of lies and false info going around right now. Don't throw hate or believe misguided assumptions. My mom is an amazing person. Seeing some of the things I've been seeing is hurtful, and my family don't deserve it. There's so much positive to focus on instead." Where a lot of people were replying to her tweet saying like, "We care about you, and we can see that your mom is not the caring person that you seem to think she is." And people are being blunt with her, and I can see why it's hurting her, but it's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. And also in Jaclyn's video, she mentions Katie from Shane's video and saying how she was one of the people who kind of gave Jaclyn the idea of having this intervention, was to legally get her out of her house and get her to come to Jaclyn's house. So Jaclyn's a little confused on why Katie's involved in Shane's video when she knows what's really going on in that house.
I had Katie Morton. She wasn't there for the intervention, but I was at such a loss as for what to do. I tried calling the police, they couldn't do anything. I tried calling mental health professionals, they couldn't do anything because they're not law enforcement and can't forcibly enter a home. So the only option I had, which I didn't know until talking to Katie, was to convince her in any way that I could to be at my place so that I could legally let mental health professionals in to help. I had conversations on the phone with Katie. I had emails back and forth with her. So to be honest, her involvement with Shane's video is a little confusing to me because she knows the darkest details of that home.
She also talks about how this is not to expose Eugenia. We're not like, even me in my videos, a lot of people were saying, oh, you're so mean and stuff like that. Like, this is not about Eugenia. It's not, we're trying to expose Eugenia. It's trying to expose her mother for what's really going on. And I stand behind Jaclyn on that. Like, I genuinely want her mother and her family, her entire family, we'll get to that in a second, they need to be investigated. This is not right.
I am not trying to point my finger at Eugenia in all of this. I am trying to out her mother.
Her mother is lying and manipulating Eugenia, and I genuinely feel bad for Eugenia. I think Eugenia doesn't really know. I think she's been brought up this way. She's been raised to believe her mother, and I think her mother is lying and manipulating Eugenia, and Eugenia is going along with it, and I think she is kind of confused, and she doesn't really understand what the rest of the world is talking about, because I genuinely believe she sees her mom as a good influence. But I definitely believe that her mom is lying, she's manipulating, she's controlling, and quite frankly abusive, to the point where it's weird how in Shane's video, Eugenia couldn't even figure out how to unlock the doors and stuff like that.
Is there any more locks? Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, what?
Oh, here's an.
Oh!
There's one more down there.
They really protect this house. Oh my gosh.
It just seemed off. It was a little weird. It seems like her mom is kind of in control of where she goes and what she does. And that's exactly what Jaclyn said in her Real Truth video.
There's a lot of a backstory with the mom. Eugenia is an adult. She's, I believe, 24, 25 years old. She's never allowed to go anywhere. It's all completely manipulated by the mother.
Jaclyn also said in her video that Eugenia has cried because she's worried about her mother having a heart attack or something like that. She believes, she's got Eugenia convinced that if she does anything that she doesn't approve of, such as get help, if she goes to the doctors, that will put strain on her mother's weak heart and it will kill her. Eugenia is living in fear of killing her own mom, and that is something that her mom has convinced her that she will die if Eugenia goes to the doctors and gets help and stuff like that. It's crazy.
She was in tears because her mom has her convinced that if she goes against what her mom wants, her mom could die because she has a weak heart. She was in tears saying, if I go to a doctor, my mom could die because she has a weak heart and this will stress her out. And she lives in constant paranoia of killing her mother.
She also talks about how Eugenia's mom and her brother are both convincing her that she's fine, that there's nothing wrong. And I'm imagining Eugenia genuinely doesn't know that there's something wrong with her, and she's seeing all these comments, hundreds of thousands of comments all the time, and she's asking her mom, what are they talking about? Why are they saying this about me? And I think her mom has got her brainwashed and convinced and saying that you're fine, sweetie, you're totally fine, just ignore the internet, there's nothing wrong with you at all. And I've always believed that, and Jaclyn said that in her video, which just makes it even more believable. Like, I picture that when I see her mom. I feel like she's that kind of person, like, oh honey, just don't listen to them, you don't have a problem, you're perfectly fine, you're perfectly healthy, you're not gonna die, that kind of thing, which is a really messed up thing to do. Like, I'm getting angry right now just thinking about it.
Her brother told her, you look fine to me, I don't know why everyone online is freaking out about the way that you look. You're fine. Even people who don't know her have seen weird shit online that's made them worried about it. There are endless videos with endless comments online like this one from 2 years ago. I also want to say that last night on YouNow, Eugenia said that her mom doesn't think anything is wrong. She said that her mom said, you just need to ignore the stuff online. I hope someone recorded that and posted it on YouTube soon. She was saying her mom is not even worried about her dying. So for those of you who think we don't need to be paying attention to the mom, think again.
Now, this whole thing seems to be surrounding her mom, but her dad's also been under fire for this same thing. He's never been on video, but he often will walk in on her while she's doing a YouNow, and there's actually a clip I'm going to show you guys of her dad walking in on her doing a YouNow show, and he's like complimenting her on the way she looks. Now, I can see that as being kind of innocent, like, you know, walking in and he says to her, you look good. And she's like, thank you. I can see that as being just like he's being nice to her.
Oh, are you filming?
I'm on you now.
Oh, you look good.
Thanks.
But it could also be he, like her mom, is convincing her that she looks great. She looks good. There's nothing wrong with her at all. She looks amazing. And I think if they're convincing her that, maybe she's starting to believe that there's nothing wrong. And I think, you know, you shouldn't really say to somebody, maybe he's just being nice, but I think that is part of the problem. I think, like, you shouldn't really say to somebody, oh, you look great, when they don't look great. Jaclyn also mentions in her video that she's worried that if now that she's out of rehab and she's back with her parents in that unhealthy environment, she will relapse. This is a place where she will relapse.
How do you recover in a home like that? You know, people are saying I'm taking her happy moment away from her, her moment of recovery, her moment to finally be away from negativity online. Do I want to let her have this moment and be happy and feel good about herself? Yes, with all of my heart. Yes, I do. But do I want her mom to have a moment when people aren't looking at her, a moment where the attention is away from her? Do I want to give her a moment to feel like she got away with it? No, I can't. You know, I could have stayed quiet, I could have said nothing, but do I really risk letting someone persist in an unhealthy environment where there's a high likelihood of relapse? Do I risk something terrible happening and sitting on information that could have helped, or do I do something? And I decided to do something.
She's been gone for a month, and I personally don't think that was enough. For the condition that Eugenia was in, I feel like she should have been longer, maybe 6 months. But yeah, I feel like being back in her house, I feel like we need to expect a relapse. I think it could happen, and Jaclyn said the same thing. She feels like she's not safe, and we haven't saved her yet. Jaclyn said, she addressed the people who are saying, oh, you're just trying to play the hero. And Jaclyn said, I don't feel like the hero because we haven't saved her, because she's still in that unhealthy environment.
Some people say that, you know, we saved her, and I do not think we saved her, because she is still in the same environment, in a dangerous environment with the same people who for years of her life, when she was struggling, told her that she was fine. She was in a dangerous place, and she's still in a dangerous place.
Now there's this whole conspiracy about a video of Eugenia's which was uploaded almost 2 years ago to the day, and it's titled Curling My Hair with a Wand, where around 5 minutes in, people say you can hear someone yelling, you're going to kill her, and her mom yelled back, but I want the money. Now I took a listen to that clip because I saw a lot of comments saying that, and it freaked me out because you can clearly hear that, but it sounded almost like, it was weird. It sounded like it was part of the soundtrack, because it had sort of like a reverby kind of wah-wah sound over it. It definitely didn't sound right. It sounded as if it was like edited. So I kind of was listening carefully, and it does sound like that. Like, I want the money, and you're gonna kill her. It sounds like that. It does sound like that.
And this won't suck your hair in, and it won't make it so you, it won't make it so you have all your hair sucked into a machine. And
now, I don't know whether Eugenia tried to edit that so we couldn't understand it, because it does have like a reverby kind of sound effect on it. Or I'm thinking, why did she leave that part in there at all? Why didn't she cut it out? And a lot of people are saying maybe she left this in as like a cry for help. Like she can't come out and say, like, guys, I need help, please, somebody help me. She can't do that because she's probably fearful of her parents. So this was kind of a way to, she probably thought, maybe if I leave it in there, people will catch on and they will take the hint, like, I need help and I can't say anything. It's like a silent scream. And that freaked me out a little bit when I thought of it that way, but a lot of people are thinking that. Some people are even saying that Shane purposely left some clips in his video so that we could kind of take the hint, because we all know that Shane had, like, there was a lawyer involved in what Shane can and can't say, and Shane probably wants to get the truth out there, so, but he knows he can't say it, because if he does, he could potentially be sued, and I feel like it could be true. I feel like Shane could have left some of these clips in, you know, such as her mother was there. Like Shane said to her, Eugenia in the clip, where's your mom? Is she here? And somebody says she was here a second ago, like she was watching TV. And then somebody says she's in Connecticut.
Wait, who was listening to it?
Her mom was here somewhere.
Yeah, I know where she went.
Is your mom here?
I don't know where she
Who
is.
lives here? Like, what's your life?
So my mom, she'll kind of like come and go because we have her place back in Connecticut. So yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Like, where was her mother and why wasn't she featured in Shane's video? I feel like the fact that she wasn't in the video makes her look more guilty than she already does. Like, if you're not guilty, to Eugenia's mom, if you're not guilty, then why did you not use Shane's platform as an opportunity to defend yourself against the allegations about you? Why would you not do that? Why would you, there's 25 million people that have seen that video. Why would you not use that as a chance to speak your side if it's not true? Instead of hiding, because we all know that you were hiding. You were there in that video, walking around behind the camera, and you were hiding. And then when Shane asked where your mom was, nobody knew what to say. Everyone's like, oh, she was here a minute ago. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's gone. Maybe she's in Connecticut. Like, nobody seemed to have an answer for where your mom was, Eugenia. So that's really strange. It was really weird how she didn't want to even defend herself. And of course, the scene with the locked doors and Eugenia didn't really know how to unlock the doors. People are saying Shane left this stuff in purposely so we can kind of see what's really going on. Now, speaking of Eugenia's dad, who we don't really talk so much about, it's more so her mother, but speaking of her dad, there is this other YouTuber named antphrodite, and he made a video titled Eugenia's Mom Did What? And he reads tarot cards, and I don't know whether you guys believe in tarot cards or not. I personally never understood them, but in this video, he seems to know what he's talking about. He seems like a real psychic, like he's kind of playing with these cards, and he's reading it like without a script. He's just going with it, and it's very, very eerie, and it's very strange, and it's very, very creepy. There's a couple of scenes in that video where he talks about her dad, and he's saying like, okay, there's obviously problems with her mom, but there's something wrong with her dad too. Like, this is all because of her dad. This is all surrounding her dad, and Eugenia is planning to escape and stuff like that. Like, he talked a lot about Eugenia's dad, and it was very, very uncomfortable, and it's making me think, like, is there something else that we are not knowing about?
This is definitely deep-rooted family issues. I don't know what's going on with them, but I will tell you this. If they are married, this worries me. This marriage reversed. But there is an issue between the mom and the dad that I think Eugenia either feels guilty for or is being blamed for from the mom. I'm telling you, there's something going on with the dad. The Emperor's reverse. Listen to me. I don't particularly know. We probably will never know this unless someone comes forward or she says something or whatever the case may be, but there's something to do with the dad, and I can't figure it out, you guys. The Emperor's reverse. That's dad. Again, I keep seeing him. He's all over this whole spread. Literally, it's like dad. Like, we got the mom in the beginning, but it's all surrounding the dad. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Swords upright, and the Ten of Wands. These are Eugenia carrying the burdens of the family. Eugenia is literally like a scapegoat. She carries all the burdens of the family. She's constantly stressed, overthinking, and anxiety-ridden. She doesn't even really know who she is because of all the stuff that she's carrying. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. That's literally what this is. It also tells me that I don't know the living situation. I don't know the money or anything like that. I don't know if they were well off beforehand, but what I can tell you is that Eugenia's stuff is literally shared amongst everyone. The power dynamic is screwed up. The Two of Wands reverse, which is like misguided aggressions or passive aggressiveness. The Five of Pentacles is a worry for me because the Five of Pentacles is like an apprenticeship card. The mom should be above the child until the child grows up, and then the dynamic switches. The dynamic never switched. That's why the Two of Wands reverse, it's passive aggressiveness. The Judgment card is upright as well. Then we see the Eight of Wands. This is rapid change, the Two of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. This is dependability. So the Judgment card's upright, which says that her support system is her mom, which is not healthy, clearly. And the Two of Swords is the separation. And then we see the Six of Pentacles, like dependability. Her mom wants her dependent on her, for sure. I mean, that's very clear.
One of the most disturbing parts of that video is he puts down these cards, and I don't really understand. You guys, I'll show you guys the clip, but he's talking about, like, this card means this and this card means this, and he's like, it's very, very strange to see this card sitting next to this card because that means healing and this means a block. So there's a block from healing. Why is there a block from healing? Like, you can see he's genuinely passionate about this, and he's like, why is there a block from healing in Eugenia's household situation?
The other problem I have with this, and I'm getting a little bit angry because this bothers me. I'm a very protective spirit, so this really gets me upset. The Four of Swords would be a healing card, and it's reversed. So I can't really touch on health. What I can tell you is if I pull a reverse Four of Swords, somebody is not healing at all. In fact, why is there a card that signifies a halt in progress next to a healing card that is reversed? So why is there a block from healing? What is that? Why is there a block from healing? Who is blocking the healing? The Hermit card's upright. Why is somebody being isolated and unable to heal? What is this? This is exactly why I didn't want to do a reading on Eugenia Cooney before she came back.
That freaked me out a little bit, gave me chills, because you think of it as though somebody is blocking Eugenia from really getting healthy and getting better, and that just freaked me out. It was really weird, but it's worth checking out. I don't know whether you guys believe in it or not. I personally don't really know. I guess I'm skeptical because I've never really understood them, but I think he could have a point. This guy in the video, I think he could have a point, because he also mentions that this goes a lot deeper than we even know. Like, we know it's pretty bad at this point, but he mentions with his cards that this goes a lot deeper, and this has been going on for a long time, even before Eugenia became popular. There's something bad going on in this household, and it goes really, really, really deep, deeper than we know.
I think that they are underselling the situation. I think that this situation existed before Eugenia got popular. And I think one of the ways that Eugenia was able to cope with this was through content creation. This existed pre-content creation for Eugenia. This already existed way before. Mind you, I have not even seen, I mean, I can't read health, but I have not even seen the devil card or anything like that. I'm not even seeing that issue, which means this goes deeper than just like an eating disorder or whatever. I don't know, whatever. It goes deeper than anything like that. This is literally big.
But I don't know, guys. I think we have more than enough proof at this point that Eugenia's parents are guilty. Her family is guilty of everything. Like, I think that's the reason Eugenia is the way she is, and she's critically ill, is because of her parents. I don't know what more proof you need. Somebody even commented on my previous videos saying, like, just seeing the condition that she's in is enough proof to know that there's negligence going on in that house. And I agree with that. I think we have more than enough proof for an investigation, and I don't understand why that still hasn't happened yet, but hopefully we will get to the bottom of this eventually, guys. I just want Eugenia to be healthy and happy and have a good life, the life that she deserves, and I hope that she can get out of that house. And I hope that there is consequences to her parents for negligence or whatever they're guilty of. I'm sure they will find something, maybe like abuse. I don't know. There's definitely something that they're guilty of. Hopefully one day we'll find out. But guys, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section, do you agree with me? That is question of the day. Do you agree with me on all of this? What is your opinion on this? Let me know in the comment section. That's a question of the day. And guys, if you enjoyed this video and you agree with me, hit the like button down below. It really helps me out. And if you don't agree with me, hit the dislike button and let me know in the comment section why you don't agree with me. And also, guys, follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. But that is all for today, guys. See you next time, and I love you all. Remember, the most important thing, chase your dreams.